This is the best meeting.
Okay, let's have a roll call, please.
November 12th, 2025, Mayor Dillon,
Here.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Here.
Councilman Gottwetter,
Here.
Councilman Kilman is not here, Councilman Popolo,
Here.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Here.
Councilwoman Woods.
Here.
Thank you. We'll do the flag salute. I'll ask Councilwoman Woods to do this.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of all citizens to have advance notice of and to attend all meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting the public is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, notice of this meeting of the Mayor and Council was published in the Bergen Record and the Suburban News on Wednesday, January 15th, 2025. Could we have approval of minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting held on October 22nd, 2025.
And I second?
Thank you. Any comments or changes? Not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Yes.
Councilman Gottwetter,
Yes.
Councilman Popolo,
Abstain?
Councilwoman Poppy,
Abstain.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Actually, Council, Cusick has to abstain. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Communications.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the communications as in the agenda.
Second?
Thank you. Any comments on the communications? Okay, I just want to say that we accept with regret the retirement of Jack D'Agostorio, the Ramsey DPW superintendent, and also borough engineer. Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Yes,
Councilman Gottwetter,
Yes.
Councilman Popolo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll open it up to public comment. Anyone wishing to address the governing body, please give your name, spelling the last name and address. Please speak in an audible tone and address your comments to the chair. There will be a 5-minute time limit per speaker unless reduced because of the volume of business on the agenda. Please note, public comment is your time. Out of respect and fairness to all, there will be no interruptions or questions answered during your time. No time shall be ceded to anyone else, and no time shall be saved for later use. Any responses may be given during the governing body's comments later in the meeting or directed by the chair. The borough clerk is the official timekeeper. Okay, there's no one in chambers for public comment. Is there anyone on the line? First call for comments from anyone on the line. Not hearing anyone. Second call for comments from anyone on the line. Third and final call for anyone on the line for public comments. Not hearing anyone, I will close public comment. Let's move on to the advertised public hearing for final consideration of ordinance 24, 2025.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Final ordinance number 24-2025, an ordinance amending Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Ramsey, Bergen County, New Jersey, so as to establish Section 7-45 entitled Skateboards, Scooters, Motorized Vehicles, or Devices. Having been brought up for public hearing and all persons interested having been given an opportunity to be heard, pass final reading by title, and that said ordinance be adopted as an ordinance of the Borough of Ramsey. And be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be, and she hereby is, directed to cause a copy of the title of said ordinance to be published in an official newspaper of the Borough in the manner provided by law, together with a notice of the date of introduction and adoption of said ordinance.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any comments on this ordinance?
I think it's a wonderful start, Madam Mayor.
All right, Mr. Vosé?
Sure. A couple comments. This ordinance establishes a code section to provide regulation and guidance on the increase in operation of electrical bicycles, scooters, and similar motor-powered devices on public streets, sidewalks, and other public and private property throughout the borough. The ordinance is intended to improve the overall safety of roadways, sidewalks, and other public facilities and will promote the general safety and well-being of the operators, pedestrians, motorists, as well as residents and visitors. This is a comprehensive ordinance with some key components being that these low-speed electric-powered bicycles and scooters are prohibited on borough sidewalks, in borough parks, and other areas that unless they are specifically marked allowing their usage. The overall intent is not to penalize the operators of these electric-powered devices, but again, to ensure a safe and enjoyable experience for all.
Thank you. All right, I will now open this up to the public for comment. Is there anyone from the public wishing to comment on ordinance 24, 2025? There's no one in the chambers, so I'll now open it up to anyone on the line. First call for public comment on ordinance 24, 2025. Second call for comments on ordinance 24, 2025. Third and final call for comments on ordinance 24, 2025. Okay, not hearing any, I will close the public hearing. Can we please have a roll call?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Papla?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wood?
Yes.
Thank you. I hereby appoint Michael Santangelo to the Ramsey Rescue Squad. Consent resolutions.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Be it resolved that resolutions 196, 2025 through and including 204, 2025, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Ramsey be and are hereby passed and approved. There's a special permit request this evening, a request from Boy Scout Troop 31 to post signs at North Central Avenue, Main Street, and Franklin Turnpike from November 24th through December 15th for the upcoming Christmas tree sale, and there are no block party requests this evening.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any comments on the consent resolution? Okay, not hearing any, roll call please.
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Papla?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wood?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on to committee and liaison reports. Finance Administration, Councilman Gutwetter.
Thank you once again, Madam Mayor. My report for this evening. First, I want to wish Jack D'Agostero well, the Ramsey DPW Superintendent, well on his retirement. Thank him for his years of service to the borough, and congratulate Michael Santangelo on his appointment to the Ramsey Rescue Squad. For the library board, the annual Halloween Boo Bash event was a huge success. The children's room was transformed into a family-friendly haunted house. There were 350 people in attendance. Friends of the Ramsey Library used book and jewelry fall sale went very well. All proceeds go to supporting the library services, specifically the summer reading program, the museum pass program, and the Sunday afternoon concert series. Other events in October were music bingo with about 50 people in attendance, and a Medicare informational program with about 25 people in attendance. The library director is working with various new book vendors. There was a comedy night fundraiser last Friday, November 7th. I will get more details at the next meeting. And lastly, on November 20th, the library is hosting a Thanksgiving pie party. Residents can check the library's website for fall programming. The Recreation Commission winter basketball registration is open through December 15th, and wrestling registration is also open through December 15th, available through Team Snap, with season running from January to early March. Halloween parade was coordinated with the fire department and held on October 25th in the morning, including a trunk or treat. The Ramsey Farmers Market open is from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. through this month, November. Starting in December, the hours will change from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Tuck to Truck event was held on October 26th, sponsored by the Ramsey Juniors. Second Chance Toy Collection, sponsored by Ramsey Environmental Committee. Green Team is on November 16th. And come and check out all the great vendors that are in attendance at the market each and every Sunday, as well as Crafts for Children and music, and then usually a nonprofit organization is in attendance. That's my report for this evening.
Thank you. Does anybody have anything for public safety for Councilman Kilman?
Madam Mayor, I do.
Okay, let me pass this down to you then,
Thank you.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Thank you. This is President Council Peter Kilman's Public Safety Report. About new Ramsey Ordinance Amendment 24-2025. The Mayor and Council, in collaboration with the Ramsey Police Department and the Ramsey Board of Health, approved a new Ordinance Amendment 20-2025 this evening. This amendment establishes new rules for electric scooters, e-bikes, skateboards, and other motorized personal devices in public spaces aimed at improving safety and promoting responsible use within the Borough of Ramsey. As the use of electric scooters and bikes continues to grow, local officials have heard concerns from residents and recognize the need for clearer safety regulations on streets, sidewalks, and in public parks. The proposed ordinance is designed to ensure the safety of pedestrians, riders, and drivers, clarify where these devices can and cannot be used, encourage responsible riding practices, and proper parking. This comprehensive ordinance includes several key provisions, such as the prohibition of low-speed, electric-powered bikes and scooters on borough sidewalks, the town's bike path, and in borough parks unless specifically designated areas allow their use. The goal is not to penalize operators of these devices, but rather to foster, as Borough Administrator said, a safe and enjoyable environment for everyone. It's important for all adults who own or operate these motorized vehicles, as well as parents or guardians of minors, to carefully review the details of this ordinance. And secondly, from President Kilman, the public safety comments regarding the new emergency services complex. The design team continues to make strong progress on the Ramsey Emergency Services Complex project. They are working on a revised concept that remains within set budget parameters despite ongoing inflation and rising construction costs. Once the design phase is completed, it will be presented to the full mayor and council as well as to the public. Following an internal review of the proposed plan and bid package, the borough will submit the materials to the State Office of the Comptroller for approval before proceeding to the bidding phase. At this time, there is no estimated timeline for when these steps will occur. That is Council President Hillman's report for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Building, Planning, and Zoning, Councilwoman Woods.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have a very short report tonight. I want to wish Jack D'Agostero well and hope he has a wonderful retirement. We will miss him. Congratulations to Michael Santangelo on his appointment to the Ramsey Rescue Squad. The senior trustee meeting will be tomorrow. They're looking forward to their senior luncheon on December 2nd. And the Design Review Board will meet on November 25th, and Zoning Board of Adjustment meeting for November 19th is canceled. And that concludes my report, Madam Mayor.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now it goes back to
Oh, Judy.
UBG,
Sorry, wrong way.
to Councilwoman Cusick.
Thank you very
Councilwoman
much.
Cusick,
Thank
sorry.
you. I attended our, this is Councilwoman Cusick. I attended our borough's Veterans Day ceremony on Tuesday, 11th of November. Thank you, veterans, for your courage, sacrifice, and dedication to protecting our freedom. Congratulations to our appointment, and thank you for your service to our Ramsey, Michael Santangelo, for Ramsey Rescue Squad. And Jack D'Agostero, I have so enjoyed working with you. Thank you for all that you have done for our borough. Please note that our CERT team are hosting a drive-up and drop-off food collection. And the event is ongoing. It started on Tuesday at the municipal pool lot. It's going on till 8 o'clock this evening and through tomorrow, Thursday, 5 to 8 p.m. The donations will be shared between the Center for Food Action and St. Paul's Church. A big shout out of gratitude to Jake Englishman, coordinator of our Ramsey Office of Emergency Management, for working with this event. My report tonight will be an update regarding Planning Board, Shade Tree Commission, and Board of Public Works. The Planning Board meeting on November 4th, there were several waivers which were approved, and the next Planning Board meeting and the last of the year is the 2nd of December 2025. Our Shade Tree Commission met on the 16th of October. The next meeting is 20th November, and Ramsey is a tree city now for 30 years. For the Board of Public Works, it last met on the 20th of October. The next meeting is November 17th. Per and polyfluorinated substances, PFAS, are a large group of human-made chemicals, and their persistence in the environment is a concern. The EPA has set forth PFAS water quality limits impacting our well water supply. H2M, our architectural and engineering firm, is collaborating with the Ramsey Water Department on treatment solutions for our well facilities. This evening, Ordinance 25-2025 is being introduced for our Arrow Road Water Treatment Facility. Our borough's PFAS projects are under consideration for low-interest loan opportunities from the New Jersey I Bank. The lead service line replacement project continues Our BPW is continuing the planning and implementation measures to comply with NJDEP's lead service line replacement mandate, which requires all lead service lines in the water system be replaced by 2031. Ramsey leaf pickup and removal began on the 13th of October. Please help make this effort safe and efficient. Refer to the annual fall leaf pickup posted in October on the borough website, which will provide a schedule of the leaf collection program. Please also be aware that piles of leaves should not be placed in a manner which could impede public safety or clog our stormwater drains. If the leaf pickup timing does not meet your schedule, leaves may be taken to the Ramsey Recycling Center located in the rear of the Main Street commuter lot. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Sit on down. Public and Governmental Relations, Councilwoman Poppy.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Last night, my daughter and I went to ShopRite, and we bagged up a whole bunch of groceries, and we brought them down to the food donation drop-off. Jake Englishman was there. He said that they are having an amazing turnout, and that the CERT team is basically running it on their own, and they're doing an amazing job. So we're very proud of them, and I'm glad that I was able to do that with my little daughter last night. It was very nice for us. I would like to congratulate Jack D'Agostero on his retirement. He will be missed, and we thank him for his service. Thank you to Michael Santanialdo for volunteering for the Ramsey Rescue Squad. Stigma Free is running an event called Celebrating Seniors this Saturday at the community center from 11 to 1. They already have 60 seniors signed up to attend. So they will be going in for bagels and fruit and coffee, and it will be an opportunity to celebrate them. The Ramsey Municipal Alliance will meet on November 24th, and we have the Ramsey Journal is printing now, so that should be in mailboxes by sometime the end of next week. I would like to thank Meredith, Erica, and Kelly from the borough for all of their assistance and technical support. This is a mammoth undertaking, and having their help with this is just incredible, and I'm very thankful for their time and dedication. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Health, Education, Social Services, Councilman Popolo.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I also would like to congratulate Jack D'Agostero on his retirement and thanking him for his service, and also congratulations to Michael on his appointment. I'll start off with Rife. They wrapped up their soccer season last week, and they will begin their basketball season in January. And right now are working on dates for a couple of events that they're trying to schedule. Environmental, I just have two updates. Styrofoam collection reminder this Saturday, 11:15, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Ramsey train station. And also a plastic toy drive at the Ramsey Farmers Market on Sunday, 11/16, from 9 a.m. till noon. And Board of Ed, our next meeting is 11/18, Tuesday. That'll wrap up my report.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, for my comments, thank you and congratulations to Michael Santangelo for his appointment to Ramsey Rescue Squad. And to Borough Clerk Bendian, thank you so much. Another great job on Election Day. I know you put a lot of work and time into it, and it's absolutely exhausting, but you do a phenomenal job. So thank you. One of the things that was on the consent resolutions tonight was a transfer of $250,000 from the borough's Affordable Housing Trust Fund to Ramsey Housing, Inc. That is the final payment that we're making on the new the new 6-unit special needs housing project across from the police department. And just to make everybody aware, this money does not come out of tax dollars. It's actually from construction fees, and by law, we have to put the money into the trust fund, and we can only use the money in the trust fund for specified things, and this is one of them. And I'm happy to announce that There's gonna be 5 Ramsey residents in there, and then the 6th resident lives in Allendale, but his parents live in Ramsey. And they are all slated to move in on January 1st.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to having the ribbon cutting. As you guys know, this is a project that's been near and dear to my heart that we've been working on and trying to accomplish for years and years and years. And I'm so thankful that we are able to partner with Ramsey Housing Inc. and United Way of Bergen County to accomplish this, because there's such a need, there's such a dearth of housing for special need adults. So this is gonna be great, and Borough Administrator and I toured it a couple of weeks ago with the president of Ramsey Housing Inc., and they're beautiful. The finishes, they're just, it's beautiful. They have a beautiful common space in there. So we're gonna actually look into bringing cooking classes for them, for the residents, to get them comfortable cooking their own meals. So that's something I'm working on. Let's see, thank you for mentioning the CERT collection. I was actually there yesterday, and I was happy when I pulled in. There was a car in front of me, that car left, I pulled in, and right behind me was another car, and they were hopping over there. So I'm glad about this response, that people have been so generous. And Jake, just, you know, he was able to coordinate with Donna Schifano at St. Paul's, because they have the food bank there. And then also with Sharon Vogel at Center for Food Action. So Jake coordinated with both of them, both food pantries in the area. I'd also want to mention that at the Touch-A-Truck, I was there, and believe it or not, the most popular vehicle was the John Deere front loader. More so than the
Yes.
rescue squad, say brand-new ambulance, or the fire truck. They liked the front loader, okay?
Mason liked it a lot.
Oh, there you go, see? Grandson
Typical boy,
approved.
Typical boy.
Now, regarding the e-bike and e-scooter, the Ramsey Police Department has been working on a PowerPoint presentation to roll it out to the community. They're gonna be rolling it out to, with the Board of Ed through the schools, and hopefully we'll make that presentation available for people. I'm actually considering maybe doing a rave alert, because I want people to be aware of this ordinance, and that we're going to take this very seriously. Unfortunately, or fortunately, you know, Ramsey, we have had a few accidents with these scooters, but thankfully, nobody was seriously injured. That's not the case in Florham Park. They've had 2 deaths in Florham Park with kids on e-scooters. So that's why we're taking this very seriously and making sure that we crack down so everybody is using the roads safely, and really that the e-scooters and the e-bike riders are aware of the rules of the road that they must comply with. So we'll get there. And remind everybody, before Ms. Bendy and Ken, is that our next council meeting is on Monday, November 24th. We're not meeting on that Wednesday because it's the night before Thanksgiving. And that's all I have. Borough Administrator, Mr. Bozay.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to comment on a couple of the resolutions on the agenda tonight. I know the mayor commented on the Ramsey Housing Contribution Resolution. Resolution 200 on the agenda was the approval of employment contracts for our new chief and captain of the police department. Chief Parisi and Captain Hines have been in their new positions effective of November 1st. They're no longer covered by the general PBA agreement covering all other police officers. We've negotiated agreements for the remainder of 2025 and 2026, consistent with the maturity of the PBA agreement, and recommend the contracts for approval, which they were approved at the earlier consent resolution. Resolution 202 is an appropriation transfer. This resolution is a budget transfer, simply reallocating funds between line items in the 2025 budget. It does not have any tax impact. It shifts funds from lines that are underspent to other lines where actual expenses may exceed what was originally anticipated. Therefore, we've made offsetting adjustments to other discretionary line items to mitigate the increases and remain with our net neutral budget. Resolution 203, I know a number of members have commented, is accepting the retirement of Jack D'Agostero, our engineer, DPW superintendent, QPA, retiring at the end of the year. We're in process of finalizing how these functions and responsibility will be filled moving forward, and we'll have further information at upcoming meetings. We have 2 ordinances on the agenda tonight. Ordinance for introduction, Ordinance 25, of 2025 is a bond ordinance authorizing the water system treatment improvements for PFAS at the Arrow Road Water Treatment Facility. The ordinance authorized the issuance of bonds in the amount of $3,250,000 for water treatment improvements in accordance with recently enacted EPA mandates and new regulations regarding treatment for and elimination of PFAS compounds in the water supply. The Board of Public Works, or BPW, had actively and proactively addressed PFAS in some of its water supply wells in accordance with the NJDEP PFAS limits a few years back when they were announced. The federal EPA limits are lower than NJDEP, and the BPW has been working with its professionals on plans for treatment on additional supply wells that were compliant under the NJDEP levels, but now will not meet the lower federal EPA limits. The BPW's professionals have completed the design, plans, and public bid package for the Arrow Road Facility Treatment Project. This ordinance authorizes funding for this project. The BPW is also working with the state through its I-Bank for this bond funding. It's a very competitive process with limited funding, but allows for lower interest rate financing for these water treatment projects and the potential for principal forgiveness on the project debt. We will continue to pursue this I-Bank funding to help mitigate the cost to our residents, who are also our water system customers. Ordinance 26 is also on the agenda tonight for introduction. This amends Chapter 2 in Section 2-32.2 regarding the organizational structure of the Ramsey Police Department. This ordinance adds a third lieutenant to the command structure authorized in the Borough Code for the department. The third lieutenant would be designated by the Chief of Police as an administrative lieutenant. Some of the responsibilities of this position would be to supervise all civilian staff, the dispatch communication center, the officer in charge of the traffic bureau, as well as assist the captain with Oprah and discovery requests. Over the last number of years, there's been a significant increase in the administrative time demands on police departments on a number of fronts. This amending in the ordinance will help the borough to address this need and maintain the high-quality department we have. I would also, as a number of members have, comment and thank Meredith and Kelly for all of their work on Election Day. It's an extremely long day, but her planning and work is weeks or even months in advance. So she's extremely prepared, takes it very seriously to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to exercise their right to vote, and the process runs smoothly, and she does an outstanding job. And thank you.
Thank
And
you.
that would conclude my comments.
Thank you, Mr. Bozay. Borough Attorney?
Nothing, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Borough Clerk?
Well, this is a gentleman about the meeting, but I will say that we certainly could not do Election Day without Bruce and without Kelly. I'm very grateful, and the Ramsey Police Department and the DPW. So I appreciate everybody's help.
Thank you. Let's move on to introduction of ordinances. Ordinance 2025.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is the introduction of ordinance 25, 2025. Say that 5 times fast. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to Authorize the Undertaking of Various Water System Treatment Improvement at the Arrow Road Treatment Facility in, by, and/or for the water sewer utility of the Borough of Ramsey in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $3,250,000 to pay the cost thereof, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds. Pass the first reading by title, and that said ordinance be further considered for final passage and adoption at a regular meeting of the mayor and council to be held on the 24th day of November, 2025, 7 p.m. prevailing time, or as soon after as the matter can be reached at the municipal building in said borough. And be it further resolved that the borough clerk be, and she hereby is instructed to publish in an official newspaper of the borough, in a manner provided by law, a copy of said ordinance, together with notice of introduction thereof, and notice when the same will be considered for final passage and adoption.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Do you have any comments in addition to the borough administrators?
Nothing beyond that, but I would like to just reiterate borough administrators' last couple lines of his comments, that there are lower interest rates on this financing available, and the potential for principal forgiveness on the project debt. Those are big items for the borough. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Papalo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. Ordinance 26, 2025.
Yes, Madam Mayor. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Chapter 2 of the Code of the Borough of Ramsey, County of Oregon, State of New Jersey, and more specifically Article 3, subsection 2-32.2, thereof entitled Appointments, pass the first reading by title, and that said ordinance be further considered for final passage and adoption at a regular meeting of the Mayor and Council to be held on the 24th day of November, 2025, 7 p.m. prevailing time, or as soon after as the matter can be reached at the municipal building in said borough. And be it further resolved that the borough clerk be, and she hereby is, instructed to publish in an official newspaper of the borough in the manner provided by law a copy of said ordinance, together with notice of introduction thereof, and notice when the same will be considered for final passage and adoption.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any comments in addition to the Borough Administrator?
No, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Goodweiler?
Yes.
Councilman Papalo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. We don't have any unfinished business or new business. Can we please have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, Madam Mayor.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night, folks.
Judy has